Hello again. Christmas Eve 2019. Merry Christmas, everybody. Well, I've been using this 7D Mark II with the 100 to 400 Mark II lens, and I've been getting excellent results with it. And when it's zoomed all the way out on a crop sensor camera, I think it's about any 640 millimeter equivalent, so it kind of reaches out there, magnifies up to 640 millimeters. And I mean, this is like one of the sharpest lenses I've ever had in my life. And I mean, just awesome combination. I think I found a sharper lens. Unbelievably sharp. I got a Sigma 70 to 200 2.8 lens. It's the sports edition. This thing is razor sharp. I've got it on a 5D Mark IV, and I've been playing with it I just got it a couple weeks ago, and I never really thought about it, but I got the 1.4 extender Mark III and the 2 times extender Mark III. On the 7D Mark II with the 100 to 400, this 2 times extender will not work unless I manual focus. The 1.4 extender works fine on the 7D, but it turns that 100 to 400 into a f8 lens, and I only got the center focus point. Autofocus as well. The image degrades just a little bit, but I've been using it quite a bit, and it reaches out, gives you about a 980 millimeter reach, which is a heck of a zoom. But with this, on the 5D, this lens here, with this zoomed all the way, you get 280 f4 lens. With the 2 times converter, you get a 400 millimeter f5.6 lens. And I thought, the image probably ain't gonna be worth the crap with this 2 times converter. So first I tried the 1.4 converter on the 5D Mark IV. All the autofocus points works, all the clusters work. This 1.4 turns it into a 280 millimeter zoom. Images are sharp, razor sharp. I mean, I couldn't even tell any degrading at all. So, I'll put a few pictures in here right now and show you. I got 3 pictures that I took with this 1.4 with this. I adjusted the exposure a little bit and the highlights and shadows. Other than that, and I heavily cropped them. So these are cropped images too, and look how sharp they are. I'll put them in here right now. And then I decided, what's the odds of this working? How bad are the images going to be? Because on the 7D Mark II with the 100 to 400 with this on it manually focus, the images are soft. I mean, you can, I won't even use this on the 7D Mark II with the 100 to 400. So I snapped it onto here, which this then becomes a 400 millimeter lens, f5.6. All the clusters, focus clusters were working. Autofocus was spot on, real quick, snappy. Real snappy with the 1.4 too. But I could not believe it, and I took a bunch of pictures with it. Razor sharp. I mean, I couldn't even tell any degrading at all with this. Maybe slightly around the edges for sure, but in the center of the frame, I mean, this is one bad to the bone combination with this 2 times converter on here. This has got to be one of the sharpest. If it's not the sharpest lens I've got, it's I just got a good copy of it, I guess. I can't believe how sharp this lens is. I mean this 100-400, this thing's is sharp, just as sharp or sharper than the 100-400. I mean, that 100-400 on this 5D Mark IV is like razor sharp too, but this thing I think is a little bit sharper. It's hard to believe because that 100-400 millimeter lens is like big time sharp, but I honestly believe this is a little bit sharper. And so I took a bunch of pictures with this, and I'm gonna pop. Got 3 of them. Once again, they're slightly edited, highlights, shadows, and heavily cropped. So I cropped in on the birds, and I'll put those pictures in here now. So, and this works killer on the 7D Mark II to get extra reach with the 1.4 converter, but even with this 2x converter, for some reason this will not work on the 7D Mark II. I got autofocus with it. I don't know what the deal is with it. Maybe I need a firmware update on the 7D Mark II. I don't know. But this will not autofocus. I got a manual focus, and it does soften the image up. But I mean, this, I can't believe how sharp this lens is. This is probably one of the best lenses I ever had. But for getting the major reach with the extender, with the 1.4 extender, to get out to about just under 1,000 millimeters with this 1.4, this is the combination to have for bird and big time. But if you can get close to the birds, this is the ticket with the 2x converter. I mean, you got a f5.6 400 millimeter lens with this combination right here. Autofocus is quick as can be, razor sharp images, unbelievable. Well, talk to you later. Have a Merry Christmas and see ya.